Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to All Roads Lead to Rome. This is episode 51, The Bacchanal Cult, Part 1. It's a Vampire the Masquerade game intended for mature audiences. I have to tell you, I had a little audio snafu. Did not record the first part of the game session tonight. I do apologize for that. Quick summary of that. The players went out their separate ways. Sybil met a gangrel who has newly arrived to the city and went on a personal hunt with him, where they managed to feast on a few innocent humans. Labiena found the red camp for the Circus Maximus, all the charioteers. They began to understand that the green camp has something to do with the Dionysian cult, or the Bacchanal cult. And they tried to track down where the green camp was. They also learned and remembered that part of where the green camp is located on the Equiline Hill is not officially off limits to all Canaanites, but any Canaanite with any sense stays away from it. There are many who go there and are never seen again. It is a heavily wooded area and known for its oak trees. So, where the game picks up and where the video picks up, they are on their way to the green encampment, searching for answers to the Bacchanal cults. Thank you, and hope you enjoy what you hear. Okay, welcome back. Anybody watching this on YouTube, I apologize for not checking my settings before hitting record, but anyways, on with the show. So you guys are headed towards the east end of the city.
On the way, is you. I have the ability to possess animals, which includes red too. So if we want to scout anything, I suggest that we, stay few streets back, and you guys watch over my body. Just get inside. You'll see stuff, smell stuff. I don't. Whatever sense
That
the rats have.
that might be why.
I agree. Stick
just
up
so
a building with green flags.
And just so you know, if like days pass and I still do not move
We'll
or
carry
wake up,
your corpus.
you have to take me to the or something. I will be torpor.
We'll take you back.
Yeah.
Worry not.
Okay.
If you find yourself, 1 second, be right back.
Okay.
Oof. I dice pool bigger. For so much relying on feed drop.
Back.
Okay. Yeah, so you guys are headed towards the Equiline Hill, so supposedly named after the oak groves on the hill. you easily make your way across the city. You know the city so well by now. You know where the trouble spots are. You have no trouble navigating around the gang areas. You know where to watch out for trouble. It's no problem at all. It's just a matter of time. You reach that vicinity and begin looking for what?
Green flags. We stay around the perimeter zone, more or less. I believe it was mentioned to not go up the hill, so we're staying at the base, and we're hoping Sybil can scout the area for.
There are also any concentrations of people or anyone that might seems to be wearing anything green.
Well, it is getting decently late tonight. You spend a lot of tonight looking, you don't really see much. You call it a night, you go to bed, you get up the next night, and you head back over there. Early in the evening, the streets are still packed and crowded, and you do indeed spot many taverns flying green flags.
Yes. I walk that side of the right. So I probably already saw greens here.
Yeah, you're right around that area. That's actually a little far south for what you're looking, but yeah, that's that area of the city. Sure.
So I didn't get this specifically. We are looking for the green flags, but what kind of green flags? Like, is there a specific green flag we are looking for?
Nope, it's just green, I guess, right? That's what you guys are looking for, is the green teams.
The green.
Okay.
We're looking for something that would indicate it's a green team headquarters.
And what are we going to do with?
Yeah, you
Just
do
scout the
find
area.
a number of green flags flying, small wine bars, regular bars, food places. Here's a small fraction of red, white, black, but it's dominated by green faction.
Right. Okay.
So what kind of degree of control you have over those animals? Can't you discern between the green team headquarters and just a regular team?
In? Is that it?
I don't know, you tell me. I have no knowledge of animalism.
The
Well,
patrons.
the number of animals I have possessed so far has pretty low amount. So we shall see. But wait, we are looking for a whole area, right? So maybe a bird is better than a rat.
Okay, so let's try at the beginning. We're at the base of the hill, and there's bound to be some inns with the green flags, right?
You already see them.
Splendid. Let's abduct someone. Actually, Nicodemus is going to walk into one of those inns and try to inconspicuously ask directions for the green team headquarters.
Oh, well, those are headquarters. Honestly, I just know that they're somewhere in the northern part of the city. But what I can tell you is that our Rising Star is being hosted not too far from here.
Oh, splendid!
Oh yeah, he's a huge party getting thrown in his honor.
Do you think he can give an autograph, like just
I
a
don't
mark
know,
on a
man.
tablet?
We sent some people up and they got kicked out. You know, we tried to get him down here to do some endorsements and stuff. They wouldn't let him in the party. But
Oh man,
one of the Adiles has spoken out on our behalf. Appius Flavonius Rectus, one of our new Adiles. He's green team. And he's got a dwelling on the hill just south of here, and that's where the party's at.
Oh man, I really hope I can get this autograph. I mean, my sister is getting wed, and we're all huge Green Team fans, and I was hoping to get her a present, like this Rising Star. I mean,
He looks at you and he looks at your clothes. Huge green team, huh? That's going to be a manipulation plus subterfuge roll to get out of this one.
I'm glad I didn't do what I was gonna do then. I was gonna raise my hands and go green team!
Is it just because I didn't have any green things up?
Yep,
Yeah.
exactly.
Oh man. Let me just buy you a drink,
Ooh.
right? And
Wait a minute, isn't...
Nicodemus is just going to excuse himself and just obfuscate him as he passes behind someone's back, like getting lost in the crowd.
Yeah, you get out of there.
Isn't my cloak green, or has green on it?
I don't know, you
Something?
tell me. Is it? Or does it?
I think it did, if I recall.
Okay,
Isn't that
sure.
that
I'll take your word
fancy...
for it.
Oh no, sorry, that was purple. Never mind. I knew it had some color on it. I thought, no. Yeah, unfortunately it's not green.
Yeah, a lot of these
We
guys,
might-
they all have small green
Yeah.
flags and patches sewn on them.
We might want to rectify this situation before we go there.
Let's tear down
Yes.
some flags and get some tokens if we want to speak with them again. Man, they're some touchy, as if they're expecting some kind of manipulation. Hidden warfare.
Well,
Because we left our flags at home.
I don't think they'd believe that.
Right.
Yeah, it's
So
more the waiting on the red team to come, do something stupid.
Some of these
Well, I mean,
sports
if we...
some of these sports teams can be more fanatical than any cult.
This is true.
you tell him that the red team is going to conquer Rome, and you get yourself a standing army. Anyway, so the direction towards the party house of the Appius something that
It's on,
I
it's
cannot
on the
remember.
Celian Hill. The Celian Hill is famous for being the home of many rich people.
Oh, someone's connecting to their
Yeah.
green team.
Not only rich people, but like people who like to flaunt their wealth. Rich people.
Ah man, that sounds like adventure territory. Would Nicodemus recall anything about this hill?
These are the people that when if a rich hardwood becomes available, they have to have it right now, so that they can buy it and put it up. If a new golden dish goes on the market, they have to have that golden dish. When marble becomes available as a building material, all their stuff gets remodeled in marble right now.
One of those.
Yeah, this is where those people live. The Palatine Hill is where people with wealth and power reside who keep it subtle. They flaunt it, but not, like, overbearingly. These are the people who are gauche about it.
Mm-hmm. What about domain-wise? Who keeps his shit here?
There are a couple of, I would say, influences over this area. Nobody who really claims it as a haven or as a domain so much.
It means we can talk our way out of this.
Yeah, there's people who watch over these families, but nobody who said you cannot access these families.
Most splendid. Let's find the party. Let's follow the green flags.
All right, that's going to be some wits plus legerdemain rolls as you navigate around
Okay,
the
let's
hill.
help each other. Let's help each other.
Combined effort. Who Nicodemus is pretty
So
pretty legerdemainy.
So I have ledger and wits.
I
so
don't have any legerdemain.
Does anyone got a better dice?
Well, you can't tell dice pools, but if you add your dice to support, you cannot make the roll yourself. We'll put it like that. So if
Okay.
you have legerdemain and you want to support Nicodemus, speak up.
Nicodemus is actually going to support Sibyl because he suspects she's kind of better at it.
Okay. Can somebody else? Somebody else with
Just need
legerdemain?
to buy some legerdemain.
I don't have any legerdemain.
Do you have it? Sorry.
You guys all suck. Legerdemain is like one of the most important skills to have.
With. Hey, question. Does with calculating specialty apply here?
This
Calculating?
is the olden days
No.
streetwise, isn't it?
Calculating if I'm going right in. Hey, we went through that.
If this turns into an extended roll, it will, because you'll be making up a calculating plan on the fly to divide the hill into searchable segments.
Here's legerdemain. Here's legerdemain. Yeah, I get.
So first roll, no. Second rolls and third, beyond, yes.
Okay, so I don't get any bonus dice in first.
Well,
roll.
there's never any bonus dice. Tens count twice on a specialty.
Oh, I mean the help action, not the specialty, right?
Oh, if Nicodemus is going to help, you get a dice.
Okay. And the difficulties?
6.
Okay.
Oh, hey, you remember somebody telling you about this. You remember where this house is. You take them directly to it.
Cool. Yeah.
Under the shortest
Nice.
possible route. You know exactly where it's at.
Sibyl, you seems like you know the place. Maybe another host.
You take them up to the house. It is a gauche house, as you might expect. Rare
Okay.
woods on the fencing. The fence itself around the property is quite tall. There is a gate where soldiers are standing in front of it. The flag of an Adile is flying over the house, along with green flags. You can hear, coming from behind the fence, the sounds of a huge party going on. You can see the flickering lights of lamps spilling light out over the fence line.
Of course, we have no open access here.
Well, who has
Two guys
any...
says
Did
no.
anybody get influence? Anybody buy influence back?
Do we have shared background?
I don't believe the cult does.
Mm,
I don't believe you guys have
I didn't have
influence
any
through the
to
cult.
begin with.
No.
No, we have
No influence.
all that we have is contact.
Okay, well, that's
Yes.
then it's going to be up to you guys to find a way in without dropping a name, because with influence you could have just name dropped and been let in.
Okay, no problem. Friends, we have been talked about this. We have been reading about this. Let's go few streets back, somewhere quiet, somewhere safe. I summon a rat. I go inside. But before I go inside, tell me what I'm supposed to try to find it.
Wait,
Um,
Dennis?
It is actually a good idea. What are we looking for? Clues to the Dionysus called influence.
Does Sybil have Obfuscate 3?
Yes?
Don't know if that could be useful.
So
I do not-
I'm thinking Albina at least might be able to get in through well, other means.
I have
What's that?
I have no problem getting in, and once I'm inside, I believe it should be simple enough matter to get one of the members of the party to vouch. Might even be able to get them to vouch for the rest of you.
I might just sneak in. So far, we have mm, no proof that supernatural influence is here and abound.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Or we can stay here, and I can go in as an animal.
One does not exclude the other. You still have more access than even Albina can have, because you can sneak through gaps and you can slip into rooms that none of the guests can have access to.
I don't know if we could
Yes.
potentially make use of my homunculi, like the eye in particular.
I mean, we can do both. Considering I will not be the one with your creepy eyes and hands. No offense, but they
Like
are
Amelia.
creepy.
Yeah. It is. Yeah. Well, one
But-
man's.
But let's go somewhere safe. Let's go somewhere safe, quiet, and I can. And if something happens and you guys, I don't know, decide to take some action, well, I hope I won't die. I'm trusting you. Then if nobody has something to say, yeah, and if we go somewhere quiet, I will just narrate.
Okay. Go ahead and make your roll, please.
Charisma, then cinema, and difficulty 6, 7, 8. What?
It'd be 6. Plenty of rats around here. Actually, let's make it 5.
Okay.
Hmm.
Jesus. Okay, I wait a little bit. Can I roll again?
Oi.
Oh, you know what? Head. Head. You have animalism too, right? Can you summon some rats?
I can try, sure.
We've been passing through. We've been passing along some taverns with the red flags, right?
Not in
Along
this
the-
neighborhood.
Not in this
No.
neighborhood. Is there somewhere where one could procure a bit of red clothing?
Oh, of course. You can make your way back down and do it, or raid somebody's laundry here if you get into one of the buildings.
Just whatever, just a bit of something that makes it a piece of distinguished red cloth,
Okay.
and perhaps a bit of green cloth as well to try and. By the way, the guests that are arriving at the villa, I assume it's a villa where the party is thrown.
Yes.
Um. So
They are dressed
just-
well. They are not necessarily dressed as team supporters. They're just here for the party.
Mm-hmm. But there's a lot of but those that aren't rich but are still coming to the party. Are they still do they have green insignias upon them?
Well, as you guys stand there and watch as people come and go, what you are seeing is that there are some green team supporters, but a lot of the people showing up are just wealthy.
Hmm. Well,
Either that, or he's invited a whole hell of a lot of white team supporters to a green party.
would Lupiana's cloak pass her off?
Well, if you say it has green in it, it at least won't get you violated. Won't get you assaulted.
I remember you mentioning it was lined in purple.
Oh, it might have a ribbon of purple. It won't be lined in purple.
Oh, okay. But still, it was kind of.
It was a
can't
very
remember the word
rich
you
gift,
used.
as I recall, though. So
Yeah.
it's definitely got a lot of purple in it.
The only issue is, on La Vienna's approach,
That
the obvious
cloak
flaw.
alone would scream money at anybody who saw it and paid attention to it.
That's push enough. Go in with it.
Yeah, and then I'll just motion you guys to follow me. They are with me.
Give me a charisma plus leadership roll. Bluff your way past them.
Nicodemus is actually going to obfuscate through this one.
Yeah,
I
me,
can-
me too.
Can I try to instead dominate the guard and say, "We are with
Charisma leadership.
Okay, hang on a
like,
second. So Laviana is going up to them as a group, as the gate guards, and basically going to bluff her way in. I belong in here. Let me in. Right?
What difficulty did you say?
It was going to be 6, but because of your stacked penalties, it's 9, and you need 3 successes.
Oh shit!
I am
That's
good.
alright.
Cosimo said I can get there without a permission, so I think to be seen. So I'm under obfuscate.
That's okay. She walks up, flashing the lining of her cloak. She rolls her shoulders back, cracks her neck a little bit, adopts a strutting walk. Let me in. I belong in here. And they look at her and they look at each other. No. Go away.
Laviana kind of goes, and walks off. Yeah.
before that happens, can I try to dominate the guard?
Okay, yeah, so Laviana turns around, ready to walk off, and Albina walks up right behind her.
And she looks over to the guard and says, we are part of the party.
What's the command?
We are part of the party. You allow us inside.
That's the command. Allow us inside.
Yes, allow us to join.
It would be difficulty 5, but you have a couple of merits that stack onto this, which makes it difficulty 2.
Oh, dear me.
Is there a limit? The difficulty can go.
The lowest difficulty is 2. That's the lowest you can get. Yeah, so Albina's like, look, I'll handle this. Looks one of the guards dead straight in the eye. We belong here. Let us in. And you can actually, the supernatural force of that, you guys all know she's doing this. He looks her in the eye and he sees those black pupils and the black coloring of the abyss that you guys have long grown used to, but he's not. And she has that voice too, that voice of command, of charming leadership. And he's just like, yes, I understand. And he grabs his buddy, let him in, back away, and he opens the door for you.
She smiles to him, gives him a nod, and then she turns back to the rest and
We're obfuscating and following.
Nicodemus resurfaces into visibility just after they close in, like appearing as if he was in the middle of the crowd, and he immediately gets into looking into how the things look like.
Okay, you guys are in. You're through the doors.
Laviana kind of on the way in, kind of stops and looks at them and goes, I will forgive your insubordination this time. And then keeps walking.
Yeah, you're still our suitor. Keep the facade up.
All right, inside, it looks like the typical villa. You walk into the...
Flavian, I'm sure you're not secretly a Lasombra.
Hmm.
To the fact that I'll just dissect your corpse in the most painful way possible.
You walk through the gate. There is a gathering area in front of you. You simply walk through that. You walk through the doors into the atrium. It looks like a typical villa, except for the display of wealth. There are gold decorations, expensive dyes used in the wall paintings. There's rare imported fabrics, beautiful carpets on the floor, uh, gold stuff everywhere. Just a vulgar display of wealth in front of you.
Um,
You see
While
many
on-
people walking around. It's a very busy party. There are minstrels playing music, little dancers going here and there, people serving food, wine is flowing. You know that there's moneyed people here.
Is it possible to tell who's the head honcho in this? Nicodemus has been around many a gathering and would understand there's this distinctive way people act when there's a specific hierarchy given.
Okay. So do you guys split up or do you stay together?
I'm obfuscated, right?
Split up.
So,
Nicodemus has no doubts.
Okay.
I
You guys split
guess
up.
if I try to stick with them, I still can interact with them.
Well, obfuscate is funny. People actually literally avoid you and they don't realize they're doing it.
Right.
They can see you, they just don't consciously register that they see you, and their body just reacts and moves.
It's almost like with the thing with Daff in Discworld. People don't see him because they don't want to see him.
But like, if I interact with someone, that will break it. Right?
Yes, it will
That's the
break it
thing.
if you interact with someone or something.
Yes.
So,
Yeah. But like, if I obfuscate and do not make voice through that, will that still break in some situations?
no, you can walk up to people, you can listen to what they're saying,
Yeah.
you can walk through rooms. As long as you don't, as long as you watch where you are going, you'll be fine.
Okay. Here's another question. While under obfuscate, can I like steal some pricey little forks and stuff like this, small pricey knives or stuff
Sure.
like that?
Give me a dexterity plus stealth roll to do this without
Right.
breaking obfuscate.
Right. But here's the question: do I know how difficult that will? I don't want to risk. I don't want to risk anything.
You can do it. You can walk, wait till somebody's in a corner, got some dirty dishes or what have you, and it's just a matter of you grab it and you slip it. You just don't want it to break. It's a standard
Yeah.
difficulty of 6.
Right. You know what? I will try to do this when we leave the place,
Okay.
not when we get
All right.
inside the place, like
All right.
right now.
So Nicodemus, since you asked first, he immediately splits away from you guys. I'm going to need a perception plus politics roll. Read the crowd. Plus your plus 1 extra dice for your Valerian power. Perception plus politics plus 1.
I'm gonna spend a willpower for this. Even though perhaps Nicodemus doesn't consider this very crucial to his situation, he's actually amused by it, and it's a chance to see how people of different layers of stature interact with each other.
You got a
that's
success though.
One, yeah.
All right.
As a note, Nicodemus doesn't use obfuscate at this point. He just tries to blend in the crowd in a awkward kind of thing, and if approached, he's just going to act as just a circus performer, like someone who lightens up the mood by doing all sorts of goofy stuff.
Yeah, they basically ignore you. people, you get
hiding plain
offered
sight.
food and stuff as you walk by. You can pick up food off of trays, drinks, what have you. And you're just kind of hanging back, doing the wallflower thing, reading the crowd. And after 15 minutes, 20 minutes, something like that, you're starting to see the pattern swirling around a couple of people. And as you get closer, you recognize one of them has two lictors with him. They bear the device of the lictor. And they are big dudes, and they have an axe-like weapon with them. That is a symbol of their office.
And they can use it to smack people down.
Yes,
with
they
it.
can. And there is a young man, maybe 16, 15, 16, standing there kind of talking to him. As he talks, he's very loud, laughing all the time. Everything's great. Life is great. He's the greatest horseman in the world. There's nobody who can beat him. He has all the confidence of youth. He's up and coming. He's got money. There's women and young, beautiful men orbiting around him at this party. He's living the dream. Life could not get any better for this kid. Just could not get any
You
better.
might know who this is.
Right? So
Okay.
as Nicodemus is watching these guys, what do the rest of you do?
I think Vienna might at this point she's just kind of, stand for a little bit, look around,
Yeah,
take a
you
few
notice
steps.
people are
and
giving you a
look
little
around
bit of a
people,
berth. That eerie presence is just like, ooh. People will come up and talk to you a little bit, or make like they're going to, and then they'd be like, ugh. They'll kind of back off a little.
At some point, she'll also want to try and read their souls, so to speak.
Sure, give me an
Or
aspects
speaks to.
roll. Yep.
Yeah. Start the book again. Roll. Forget what it is.
It's perception plus
empathy, D8, right?
perception plus empathy, difficulty 8. Just one roll.
Okay. It's 8.
Okay, well, that's good enough. You're not really reading many emotions, but you are getting a feeling as these aura colors swim in and out of your sight as you walk through the party. There are tons and tons of humans here. And then you see a paleness, a little bit of a shiver kind of rolls over your soul as you see this aura. And when you kind of pay attention to the physical form, you see Ihamus is at the party.
Ooh.
Okay.
So, upon seeing this, she,
You see
keeps up
him,
her
and
kind
you
of
see him
slow-
seeing you, and he nods and raises his glass to you and just keeps on going.
Labiana does likewise. Now, if she happens to run into one of the other members of the coterie, she'll kind of just go, guess who else is here? And basically lets them know that Iarmus is here.
Wait, who?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Ihamus.
Oh. Well, it makes sense that he'd be around with this kind of.
Sybil, in the meantime, would like to travel through the villa, go to places which is not locked by door, because probably interacting with the door might break to obfuscate. So maybe he will take like up stairs going up, maybe house which are more isolated.
Yeah,
That
there's a
could
couple of
mean,
places that are off limits, but several of the bedrooms are open. These people really are not scared of thieves being at the party. They are
Hmm.
rich, and they have invited rich people who have no need to steal stuff from them.
Yes, but I do not want the stealing. I'm curious. Actually, we are here to get information, right? I'm just curious if I can get some papers, important papers or such.
That is one of the few
Fine.
places that are basically locked up and off limits.
Right. And can I obfuscate in there, or is it like would be very hard? Or
You're gonna have to spend time picking the lock.
Oh, okay. Okay, there is a lot. Hmm. Um. Let's see. Is that room like? Can one enter that through a window or something?
No, it is very similar. It's an interior room, very similar to Artemis's office, to be honest. No windows or stuff. The door itself is pretty thick, well made. And
Is there? Is there like a guardian of? Chris?
there are tons of people walking past it all the time. It's in a high traffic area.
Okay. I understand. Uh, yeah, it seems like there is no point in doing it. Then I guess, go back, walk through the people without trying to not break obfuscate and just them whatever they are talking.
Okay. Plenty of talking about land deals, taxes, farms, lots of financial discussions about gossip, who's going to marry who, whose kids are coming of age, lots and lots of gossip.
Nothing of interesting to.
Yeah, not amongst just the rank and file.
Okay.
How about Hatshepsut and Albina?
So probably not gonna find anything, but just in case, Hat is gonna keep an eye out for you know, anything that might betray any ties to a cult group or whatever. You know, anything in her wheelhouse of occult and religion, basically, just in case.
That is a really, really good thing to say. All houses have a family altar when you go in.
Ah,
The family altar is to Dies Liber and Dionysus.
I see.
Ooh.
I assume it looks pretty well maintained.
Yes, it is in immaculate condition.
Hmm.
The only thing that's on it is the ritual offerings. Otherwise, it is sparkling, clean, polished, in excellent condition.
Indeed. And that anything else though? Worth noting.
As religion-wise, that is the only thing worth noting.
Mm-hmm.
There are some war trophies and stuff on the wall, stuff from the Punic War. Nothing terribly surprising or noteworthy.
Hmm. What to do? What to do? I think I'm gonna hang around in this. Try and make myself discreet. Hang around in this area while and see if anyone passes through, like, with intent, more than just, going through here to get to somewhere else.
Okay. How about you, Albina?
I'm going to try to make out who are the owners of the place, who are the hosts.
Okay, so you're gonna do the same thing Nicodemus did. You're gonna basically go through the crowd, watch it, follow it. Do you pick up any wine or anything like that as you go through?
I'm going to say that yeah, she does pick up
Okay.
a what's the word? A glass of wine.
Okay, yeah, you pick up a glass of wine. You're just walking around. You notice the wine cup. The wine freezes in the cup.
So it's watered down wine.
Well, it's because of your flaw.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, she's going to leave it off somewhere else then.
So yeah, you just wonder. I will need a perception plus politics roll from you.
I'm going to tell.
Okay.
Ooh,
You said you used a willpower, right?
no botch.
Yeah. So no botch. You since you used a willpower. Yeah. You spend some time walking through. You get like shuffled off to a side area, and you can't quite get out right away. So you spend a 15 minutes or so kind of trapped in this area, and you can't get out. Uh, you guys have all been at the party maybe half an hour or so, kind of getting a feel
Could
for
she-
who's here. Go ahead, Albina.
Could she try to just dominate someone and tell them to tell her who is the host of the party, who is the owner of the place?
Sure.
So yeah, she's going to try that.
Okay, yeah, make your roll. It's difficulty 2. The owner is Appius Flavonius Rectus Adile. He is the host. And then he kind of says that robotically, and he shakes the head. Like, what? And then he looks at you, and he gets a real good look at your eyes. And he backs away real quick, like, shoulders his way behind the crowd. Like, oh my god.
She's going to make her way away from him after that, having got what she wanted. And then she's going to try to ask where the host may.
Uh, the host is. You're gonna ask somebody?
Yes.
Okay. Oh yeah, he's over there in this area. He's talking.
Okay.
Yeah, you make your way out of the library. Go through. And
Who's approach? Sorry.
no, yeah, you guys all kind of gather eventually. Hashim sits in the lobby. Lobby is just kind of looking around. Nicodemus, you see Ihamus and Albina walk up kind of in the same area.
Who is there anyone of note that is approaching our young hero, our young god?
Yeah.
Like to say hello, to
You
pay
see
respect.
many people walking up. The
Does it,
uh, basically it's a lot of people discussing business deals, possible endorsements. A lot of people currying favors. Um,
does it seem like anyone's involved with the clergy or the cult of Dionysus? Like are they a priest or something like that?
It's a lot of business guys, people who want him to come and allow them to paint his image on the side of their building, getting to bring people in. A lot of endorsement deals.
What's the guy's name?
Let's see, his name is
Sextus.
Sextus Cassius Callistus.
Callistus, that's right.
I
Do we happen to notice anyone who's got a different kind of an interest in this?
So, as I
Question?
explained, as you guys walk up and are watching, I explained that there are two big dudes with axes, handheld hatchets basically, watching
Lictors.
over the dial.
No one funny comes his way.
They, as you guys are watching, none of you have the auspex to see this because Labiana's not there. One of the lictors just happens to look down and he sees something weird in his employer's robe. And you see him get a look on his face. And he just does this like lash out with his axe, just like, wham! And Sybil, you feel something heavy hit you in the arm.
Fuck.
And your obfuscate breaks. And suddenly you are there in the middle of the party in your full Nosferatu glory with everyone staring at you with looks of disgust and horror on their face.
Can I ready a knife?
Yes, you can absolutely ready a knife.
No, action.
Oh, an action? Yeah.
Okay, so yes.
It is like dead quiet. It's like people are playing the flute. Do. Stop. Somebody's banging the
Yeah.
drums. Stop. Like, it is dead
Unlike
quiet.
when someone walks into a saloon.
Mm-hmm.
If people start to panic, I like to do the level 2 of the obtenebration, the one that covers the.
So, Sybil, you boosted your dex quite a bit to get that. You're going to have the first action. You do not have the key.
Chris, do you hear me? No?
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm still here. Can you hear me?
My microphone was muted.
Yep.
Okay,
So
I
you,
was like, why nobody's responding?
yeah,
to me?
you did not have the
Um,
key, but you have the first action.
Okay, but I have a question. I thought I would have a robe like Labiana, even if I'm using skate. Like something to cover my face, because it's still stupid to go naked in the streets, even if I rely on.
That you never told me you did.
I mean, I did it in the way to the Greece, you
Okay,
know.
well that's
when we were
fine. So you have a
walking.
robe over your
Like,
face. You
yeah,
are still
because
an
if you
uninvited guest
Yeah.
who just got
Right.
caught pickpocketing in a dial.
Yes, no problem. That's no
That's
problem.
fine.
But to show I'm being honest, if you remember, in Greece.
I believe you. We're just
Okay.
gonna roll with it. I believe you. There is a hood over your face.
Okay.
You are in a masquerade breach, but you are still in a lot of shit.
Right.
Hmm.
Here's what I'm going. Ooh. Okay, this will be hard. This can be fuck up, but how can it get more than this? I am going to use my obfuscate 4. I'm going to use my obfuscate 4, and I have to for it. I thought this was not count. That's sad. 7 success is not enough to kick book.
They had 9 successes to see you.
Oh shit. Are they ghoul or
Wow.
something?
Nope, they're just really fucking good at their job.
So wait, where is the...
Plus, it helps when
Okay.
you have help watching.
Okay. So, 2, 4. Let me check the...
Vanish from the mind's eye. The player rolls her character's intelligence plus stealth against their victim's wits plus alertness. If there is
Yes,
more
but-
than one victim, use the highest pool to resist.
Right, but here's an important part to keep. If you... There's 2 parts of this The first part is wait, if I can find it. Yeah, the first part is if there is more than one. Yeah, if the player rolls, the vampire fades but does not vanish, appearing ghost-like and translucent. With more than 3 successes, the vampire vanishes from victim's senses entirely. Now the second part
I've got
is,
it open in front of my hands. It's in
right,
front of me right now.
Right, I know. I just don't want. The second part is if the player achieves than the victim, so the part, the victim forgets that the vampire was big. So I'm just pointing that. So now I
Roll.
it, intelligence, stealth, and I can choose willpower for this, right?
You can use a willpower point for this. We'll let you do it.
Then I will I fucked up.
Does anybody have a higher dice pool than 7?
What's this for?
Wits plus alertness. Not you, because you're not right there watching this.
Who the fuck has 7? These are inhuman people.
So which side of the room would I be on?
Well, maybe not human.
These would be the lictors paid to actually watch this stuff.
Who are presumably the top tier, which is, you know...
Yeah, these aren't your normal bodyguards. These are highly paid, highly skilled, trained.
Ooh, okay, that's 6 success on my side. So I vanished.
Hang on. Contested.
Right, but the contested part is to remember.
No, I think it's both. It's the remember thing kicks in if your total successes.
Chill out, dudes. Let Chris deal with it.
All right, Sybil. You completely fade. Woof. Gone. Nobody can see you. Well, you don't know this. Obviously, you don't know what you. Here's the reaction that you see.
GM,
Yes.
can Nicodemus react to Sybil's fading before the crowd starts doing their shit? Because well, Nicodemus understands how the obfuscate works. Even though he cannot see Sybil, he'd like to ask in some other fashion.
Sybil has first action. He greatly boosted his dex, so he's going to be able to be like, "Oh shit," and then poof, gone.
Okay, that's cool. So Nicodemus doesn't see her. He'd like to sort of lure the crowd's attention to on himself by performing some sort of a goofy stuff like tripping down, spilling a glass of wine, and then spinning a tale about how. Nope.
As I was trying to say, everyone stares at Sybil, and then suddenly Sybil is no longer there, and none of you even react. It's just like, what was going on? Huh.
Oh.
Okay. And this is everybody. Sybil, you're just like, whew, oh god, I didn't just get an axe to the face. Okay, I'm safe.
Okay, I don't know if... Sorry, don't say anything.
Like, none of you even remember. It was just like, I don't know what just happened there, but whatever. Hey, let's keep going. It's party! Woohoo! Party! And meanwhile, Sybil's over here sweating bullets like, oh fuck, oh my god, oh that was so close, holy shit.
Super close.
And I like, very, very gently get the fuck away. Like on my toes. Getting away from the two-lick guy.
Yep, you back away very slowly and carefully. Yeah. And stuff gets put away. Everyone relaxes, the party flows, the liquor flows. So I would like anybody watching the conversation to roll a perception plus alertness. This is hearing based at difficulty 7 to follow the conversation without being seen as following the conversation.
So the conversation is between
Between
the
everyone
host
coming up,
and-
it's kind of a three-way rotating conversation.
Okay.
I take it Labienne is still not close enough.
You are if you want to be.
What's plus
She's
perception?
still-
Hearing based.
Oh, sorry.
Wits plus it's
Go ahead.
perception plus alertness, hearing based, difficulty 7. If you want to be close enough, you are close enough.
Because I mean, I suppose she has
Oh,
been
wow.
pacing the room and has been kind of keeping them sort of in her sights.
Yep.
Because he's the person of interest at this point.
Yeah, Ihamus is in the area. He has sidled up in that peculiar scuttling way that he has.
Because if there's like a food table nearby,
Mhm.
she's gonna kind of just stand there, look at the food, but have her hearing.
Yep.
kind of-
So yeah, you're
Directly to
doing your
her.
best to be inconspicuous, looking like you're picking at the food trays and
Nicodemus on the opposite is hiding in the plain sight, just playing the fool, acting like a circus performer, and just juggling a bunch of rocks, like pulling a bit of coins behind the person's ears, exchange, like offering a rhyme for the occasion, blowing nose into their red scarf.
I mean, she may even consider just wandering over and, saying hi to Ihamus.
Okay,
Like, hey,
sure.
how are you? Good to see you.
oh, I'm good. Just over here trying to, keep up with the movers and shakers, patterns in the city. You know how it is. And he's talking to other people as they walk past. Go ahead and make your.
what was-
He's gonna go ahead and make his perception alertness roll.
And what was the diff for this?
7, and this is to do it to look like you're not really paying that much attention to them. Well, Ihamus is not doing that good of a job of disguising his interest. He's kind of like peeking over, making it. It's anyone watching is, this guy's, he's listening. So, eventually he realizes it too, and he directly involves himself in the conversation, talking about trading and endorsements and the latest chariot races. He's a little out of his depth on the chariot races because he doesn't have a lot of time to follow it, but he's doing his best to blend in. I'm going to give him a manipulation and I don't know. Let's look at his character sheet and see what he can do. Manipulation plus, I'm going to do etiquette. Manipulation etiquette. Going to blend in here.
He's got this. Come on. Yeah.
There you go. That's good enough. All right, so yeah, he's involved himself in the conversation. You guys are paying attention, listening. How about you, Albina? Are you listening?
I do not think so. She's not going to be trying to listen me on this.
Okay.
Rather, she's going to be trying to the conversation. Who exactly is a member of it? Like, so far, how many people have been involved in it?
You can easily count at least 30, 40, 50 people at the party itself. Just in the time you've been standing here, at least 10 people have come up to talk.
If
Okay.
Labietta sends over her little eye, Would her eye be able to sort of capture any sort of minute details of interest of anyone that approaches?
Okay, so the eye scuttles up a wall across the ceiling, like a little grotesque, uh, offense against nature spider. Necromancy.
Spider eye. Does whatever a spider eye does.
All right, so single success gains the necromancer familiar with the statistics described below. Hominocular servant. I'm trying to find a dice pool for it to roll. Page 312. There we go. Hominoculus. Apparently 312 is not the right page number. Find the familiar, incorporeal passage, scry the Hearthstone, flaming weapon, guardian spirit, ward. Well, it said page 312, and I don't see it on 312. Oh, there it is. Soul of the Hominoculus. 2 health levels, 2 dots in each physical attribute. Must be fed 1 blood point. Just roll your perception alertness. How about that?
Yeah.
It is relaying this information to you.
Same diff? 7?
6.
6?
Oh, the eye has got a great vantage point. Perfect vantage point. It's nice and small. It's dark in the ceiling. Nobody's going to see it. So you're just standing there picking at some food. And just in your eye, you're watching everything coming from that eye telepathically. And you can see the faces. You can hear the conversation. It's almost like you're standing right there. Because, in effect, you are.
Sweet.
Here's, for those of you who are listening in and engaging in the conversations or not, what you hear is several of them are speaking very highly of Greek culture, especially the Adile. He is talking about how traditional Greek values are being oppressed by the Roman virtues, that the Roman traditions of severitas, salubritas, frugalitas, and prudentia are falling away in favor of the Greek traditions and of Greek morality. Yeah, the Greeks have tottered on the verge of failure, but it rises once again. This comes in the form of Dionysus. Not Dies Liber. Dionysus shall replace Dies Liber. Dionysus will be supreme. And Rome will become Greek. Greece will not become Rome. There seems to be quite a bit of support, except for if whoever can see Ihamus's face should make a perception plus empathy roll.
I guess that would include me.
Yes, that would definitely include you.
Okay. What was it again?
Perception plus empathy.
Diff?
6, and he is attempting to completely conceal his emotions here. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I don't think anybody's going to beat that. He rolled 7 dice and got 7 successes. Not even including manipulation. So Yeah, he looks completely neutral. Like, this is either of no shock to him or it's neutral verging on support. Not quite. It's a very good acting job, we'll put it like that. So the Adile is especially, like, on board with the Greek culture, wanting to supplant the Romans with Greek culture. As the party goes on and starts to break up, it's even getting pretty late for the rich people here. They do eventually have to get up in the day. Party's beginning to break up. You've been here probably 2 hours. It's getting on to like 1 o'clock in the morning.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
How do rich people walk to home? Like, what is their transport? What do they do? They use a car? What do they do? They just casual life.
Many of them
like
walk,
people?
but they all have bodyguards. Some of them have what they call palanquin carts. You know, where they get carried. But
I see.
to a man, they all have bodyguards.
I understand. The question. Can I do what I asked beginning? Coming to this party while we are getting out, can I try to steal some very small knives and like small items that won't gather much attention?
Oh yeah, go ahead. Give me a Dex Stealth difficulty 5.
Okay, Dexterity stealth. I feel like I have to do it because I'm a Nosferatu. That's why. There's no particular reason to gain money out of, but I feel like I should do it.
Are you implying Nosferatu, I see?
Is your humanity at less than 7?
Yes.
Is it at less than 6?
No, it's 6. Exactly. But
Okay.
it can't be half.
Conscience roll difficulty 6, please.
Okay. This has been a good do you right this one, then this one.
Bam, failure. Nope.
Oh yeah, these guys are rich bastards. They can afford it. They're not even going to miss it.
Yeah, suckers. It's just too. It's probably not even one goal. Maybe it is. I don't know.
Just in terms of raw gold, you've probably walked out of there with 4 or 5 gold coins worth of stuff. In terms of just in raw gold.
Probably on the way back to where we're going, I'll just them to some homeless guy on the street.
Okay, yeah, you dump them off in this bowl. Like, here, you look like you can use this more than those rich bastards.
Yeah, like that.
Alright, anybody else want to do anything on your way out of the party?
Alvina is going to try to approach the rest of the group. She's going to ask them, I believe I could be able to approach the host of a party, try to get some more information out of him in a more direct manner. Should I attempt to do so?
Sorry?
She's asking if you all want her to try to extract information from the host in a more direct manner, directly talking.
You see, you seem to not be aware of it. But my suggestion is you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't go near that host. It is just feeling I have in. Think of it like the visions I. You just shouldn't do that.
Why?
As I said, it's one of those visions I had. It wasn't so, and it was something about a bad thing happening. So maybe you shouldn't hear the ghost. But the omens, you don't have to. You can still do it if. But so far, nothing bad has happened to any of. Be that moment if you go near the host.
Mm,
Very well then, I'll take your advice.
Yeah, that's a good.
did we learn anything tonight?
No.
I learned that there's this of I presume there are probably some important papers there, but the problem is it was locked, and that means we either day that is more quiet and not a party is happening in the village, or we have to make some planning like a haste.
Well, we did kind of learn that. Presume it's the kid is involved with this cult. I mean, he was, at least from what I heard and what I saw, routing on about, all this stuff about the Greeks. Out of character, just reiterating what she heard to the others. I think we're on the right track.
Rather ironic considering how Dionysus was viewed early on in his history, but that's neither here nor there.
Do you think there's more to it, or?
I cannot say for certain.
Like
They certainly have. I found a shrine to. I noticed, took a look at the family altar. It is in fact to the deity in question.
Wait. Are you deity? I mean this wine drinking horn god, god's statue or whatever the heck it is
Altar.
is inside this guy's villa, this ultra rich guy's villa.
I mean that isn't in itself unusual. Like having a small private altar is just a thing.
Right, but don't you think like for all those altars he had the god which is the profile of a crazy people's cult?
I mean, not every worshipper of Dionysus takes it to the levels of the ones we're investigating.
Have you had a chance to interact with a DNA? Have you had the chance?
What? Sorry, I can't hear, bro. I didn't hear that. Could you say it again?
She said, did you ever had a chance to speak one of those followers?
No, but I know a fair bit about deities in a similar vein to Dionysus, and well, without boring too much with the details, one could almost say that like the all potent Greek wines, worship of Dionysus is often watered down for to be tolerated by the less the more sensitive members of society, let's say.
I still think maybe if we break in the villa some other night where it is a little more safe, maybe we can take care of those two big boys and maybe enter the room. I mean, this is like a conspiracy, but I believe when some crazy uh, cult about a god and the ultra rich person connects to each other, it generally seen shade stuff.
Issue.
Problem is that while you can definitely do, there is a small possibility something might go, and then if you go alone, you might have to do some stuff which will break the silence of the book. And if you don't go alone, maybe they might later. So if we try to do it like sneaking, without surprise, ambush, stuff like that, maybe it could be a little better.
Pat, were you able to get a good look at the shrine? Was there anything out of the ordinary?
Oh, sorry, I got distracted by something. Asking if there was anything out of the ordinary about the shrine.
Yeah.
Not that I noticed.
All this will be something to bear in mind, I guess. Just in case there is any.
A bit. My Discord was having a fit. Where are we exactly? Is the party still going on, or has it been closed and we're out on
It's
the street?
closing up. People are getting ushered out.
Okay. How does the owner and the young star seem to react to this?
Well, I mean, they got to sleep sometime.
Are they so they're buckling down to sleep? Who?
Yeah. Well, they're
who
saying
del-
their goodbyes. Goodbye, everybody. Hope to see you again. Hey, be sure to catch me in my next race in 5 days, where I will crush so and so at these races, and I hope to see you all there to cheer me on. I can't do without your cheers. They're ushering everybody out the door. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye.
And the lictors are staying with the host, right? And
Correct.
not the young star.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Nicodemus is going to try and stay behind and try it and snoop on the host activities.
Okay.
Party.
Find a spot to obfuscate.
Yeah, he's going to pick something that would limit his chances of risking of breaking it, like finding a floor that is not sullied by wine and sweat and water, and that maybe offers a bit of shade.
Yeah. So just give me a Dex plus Stealth roll. You find a spot, you obfuscate.
In the meantime, Labiana is gonna kind of like head outside, kind of just outside and wait for everyone. But
Okay.
for the time being, she'll leave her little eye on the roof in case she can send it sort of, I don't know, towards the. I don't know if I can use the eye to cast Auspex 2 on it.
You get a telepathy. You can see what it sees and hear what it hears. You can't really use disciplines through it.
No. In which case, you'll probably just summon the
Question.
homunculus back.
Okay, yeah, it will crawl across the ceiling to you and just drop down into your pocket.
I have a question.
Sure.
Door enough to just like get inside.
Hang on a
Or-
second. Server settings change. Okay. Ask your question again.
Yeah. Did the door had enough opening for a rat to get inside? Or can I expect that there will be a small hole for rat to actually walk inside the room?
The what?
Inside the office room.
It is completely
Like,
shut.
can I...
It's not airtight, but
Okay.
it's shut.
Okay, okay.
And you do not have the key.
Right. And rat can't like go under the doors.
No, they
Under, like,
they
if there's-
actually took precautions to keep pests out of it.
Yes. Okay. Cool. Cool. Yeah. Then there is nothing more I can do. I believe. I presume. But how did the maybe I can use the same way the Labiana's homunculus get inside the room? Right? Did your eye get inside the room, or was it somewhere else, somewhere not locked?
She didn't try to
Well, at
send
this
it
point,
into the room.
she's... Yeah,
Uh-huh.
she can try.
Like, yeah, can your eye actually enter the room?
It
office?
cannot. It's actually pretty well shut up. I mean, there's cracks and
What?
stuff. It's not airtight. It's not watertight. But it's good enough to
Insects
keep out.
could get in.
The insects could get in,
Insects.
yes.
Yeah.
But
Can
anything
we
larger
actually
than
protect
that, most vampires can't use animalism on insects, so far as I'm aware.
Yeah,
No.
except to summon them, you can't really possess them.
And like, there's a specific merit you can take, or like a specific combo discipline, but that's
Okay, so I can't possess insects then.
We're talking about the room with the key now, aren't we?
Yeah.
He's
For some
talking about
reason
his
that just
records
dawned
room.
on me.
He wants his records room.
Oh, very good. Okay.
Okay, I think I'm out of ideas here. There is really not much I can offer. My suggestion is, if we really want to get behind that door, the best option is just, making a plan. Maybe I can like, not the office room, but the rest of the villa I can see how it is builded as an animal, like as a rat. I can just go and check them, and like I can memory the look of the house, and then we can make like a plan, a haste of some kind to
What
break
about-
in.
What about Albina?
She can turn into smoke, but the question is, how many guards are there? And is the smoke possibly break the silence of the blood?
Only if I am spotted.
Right. And the chances of you spotted is after we learn how many guards are inside the villa.
Yeah.
Like maybe
be
there's
right-
only, like maybe
be right
there's
back.
only like two guards that they protected the guy, or maybe like in normal days there are like, I don't know, they are just bunch around the house, like one guard front of each door or something. I don't know. We have to be sure what we are dealing with before actually acting.
Well, Albina certainly has the ability to turn to smoke. Does she have the desire?
That's the question.
I mean, this is something that she's very much willing to do. She only needs the go ahead from the rest of the group to know if the rest of the group wishes to go ahead with that plan.
Okay. So Nicodemus disappeared. You guys cannot ask him. You have no idea where he's at.
Okay, did he told us what he's doing? Sorry?
I don't think so.
Okay. So he just disappeared from nowhere.
Yep, just you
Uh,
are on your way out the door and you're like, oh, Nicodemus isn't here. Huh, okay. He's off doing his own thing.
Cool. No problem. So, Head, Labiana, me, and Albina. Okay. So, we of course, while talking, we are getting away from the villa, right? We are not like standing and talking.
Sure.
Okay. So, so Albina, if you really want to turn into Shadow, get inside the villa, and get inside the record room. Before you do that, I can like possess a rat, check how many guards are there, let you know, okay, if it's safe, if or not, and then
Yeah.
if you really still desire, you can do it.
Yes.
Okay, then we have to go somewhere safe because when I possess an animal, my body will go like torpor state. So somebody has to watch over it. And because you will probably turn into Shadow, it has to be it has to be Libyan and Hatshepsut. Okay. So let's. It will be the Albinas playing inside while we are outside. Because there is only one place we want to spy, and it is a locked room, like shut very tightly. And the only way inside is Albina or finding the key. So we are getting outside. If you hear me, Nicodemus, that's the thing.
We are here.
But otherwise, gonna summon a rat. Okay, that's not a botch. I rolled 5. If difficulty is still same.
Sure, there's plenty of rats around.
I failed. Cool. Can you roll for hit to summon a rat? Because I don't know if Luke is here right now. I believe he had like, I don't know, 6 dice or something in total. No problem.
So what's this for?
A couple of big rats come trotting up. Big rats.
Oh.
Okay.
Big,
rats
fat,
does
well-fed rats.
Okay. Are they like big for rats or are they big for us humans?
They're big for rats.
Okay. Because 2 big rats might be a little problem, if you understand why it could be. They're too big. I'm going to possess one of them. Okay, possessing.
Okay?
Okay.
Animalism.
Possessing. I think it was difficulty 8 or something. Animalism, yes. Not the attributes. Shit. Animalism, right.
Manipulation
Subscene
animal
spirit.
can, difficulty
Manipulation. Right. Manipulation, difficulty. Manipulation. Animal can. Difficulty 8. I love the difficulty. Ooh, nice. So what can I do with 3 success?
You can use aspects, sensory powers, presence, and other emotional manipulation.
No, I need 4 success for that. Right? It is mental.
Well, that includes Animalism 3, Song of Serenity.
Okay,
Because that is an emotional power.
Right. So I possess the rat. My body probably falls down. I hope one of you guys catch it before it falls to the ground. It will be so dramatic. And I, with my small red foot, or fat small red foot, I'm just gonna shake my booty and run towards the villa.
All right. Squeaky, 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 squeaky. And you scurry off into the shadows.
Yeah.
How are you getting in?
I'm going.
You climb the
yes,
wall,
sorry.
find a hole through the sewer, or what?
Let's see. There are walls, right, surrounding the villa,
Yep.
but they are not like space wall.
It's
like
field
space
stone wall.
Space wall.
It's you could easily
Yeah.
climb it.
Okay. Yeah. But there might be some glasses over the
Mm-hmm.
walls. There are some glass over the walls. Is there like a door? Actually, I can just get inside because the door
Yeah,
would have enough
you could
space
probably
for me.
wiggle under the gate.
Yeah. I would like to wiggle under the gate.
All right.
I hope there's no sadist in the group which will like kill me with its foot.
Your little fat butt wiggles under, kind of gets stuck. You gotta shift your hips a little bit. Like, man, this rat needs to
with
lose
the
a little
force-
weight. Needs to put on a diet. Pop, you pop through.
Yeah. I should command this rat to eat a little bit less. And then after getting in behind the walls, I try to find a way to enter the villa.
Would
Maybe
you
front
like?
door is still open. Yes.
What would you
I
not
like?
want me to
Sorry?
roll? High, middle, or low? What do you not want me to roll? Of those three,
Sorry, what is middle?
tell me what you do not want me to roll. A 1 to 33, a 34 to 66, or above that. What do you not want to see?
I do not want to see low.
Okay.
I don't know which dice is that. 1d100?
Okay, you're good. You wiggle underneath. The coast is clear. There's no dogs. There's no cat running around. You dart across the little tiny strip of lawn. Little rat butt wiggling, tail going back and forth. Squeaky, squeaky, squeaky. You get up to the actual main house.
Nice. Now I'm inside the house, but I want to be sneaky, and I want to just wander around the villa to look if how many guards are there, how many guards are there, and especially if they're in front of the office door, so that I can let Albino know that
There are 2 guards
he-
outside with guard dogs.
No problem. They are at the front of the door.
They are
Of
patrolling.
the wall, right?
They're patrolling.
Right. Okay, they are patrolling. Can Albin actually fly over them as a shadow?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, technically,
Okay.
no. She shouldn't have a problem. We'll put it like that.
Okay. Inside the villa. How many guards do I see?
You scurry along the walls, you looking for a little hole or something, trying to get in. You pop your little fat rat butt into a little hole in the between the bricks and the wood. You find yourself in the kitchen in the larder where all the food is stored, and you're like, "Oh, hey, that smells pretty good. Oh, my little rat belly's rumbling." Oh,
yeah. No, don't do it. Don't do it. No,
Oh, boy.
self-control. No.
You got enough. You made enough successes. You're like, no, you're fat enough, rat. Yeah, I don't need to feed right now.
Yeah. Okay. I'm red. Okay. Chill.
Give me a
And then
dex stealth roll with a dice pool of 10.
Cool. 10d10.
Oh, yeah, just like a rat, just like the little rat that you are right now.
Little
You're
fat
darting
rat.
around little corners, under the furniture, crawling behind stuff. Inside the house, there's at least 1 guard, plus whatever the Adile has. He's got his 2 lictors. And the charioteer The young man appears to have departed as well.
Okay, I understand. And the two lictors, are they front of the office door?
They appear to
Or are
be
they somewhere else?
actually getting some sleep themselves, so two other guards have taken place outside of the Adile's door. So there are two guards
Okay,
with the Adile and his family and the lictors, and there's one guard just kind of doing a roving patrol inside, and there's two outside.
Okay, cool, nice. It doesn't sound that much dangerous. Now, here's a question. Do I see a way for Albina to enter the office without actually having to be interact with the guards? Like,
Yeah,
you
she
know,
could
go
just
from
slide through
that
the tiny cracks.
Okay, cool. That was so easy. I don't know why I did stuff then. Uh, I guess I will go to the kitchen back. I'm gonna eat some cheese and I'm gonna leave the red.
Okay. Yeah, the rat pops back into its
So-
body like, oh, hey, man, this is awesome. Oh, man. Oh, I'm going to town. So you left it with a nice gift.
Yeah, I'm a cool guy. I see myself as a cool guy. When I go back, I'm like waking up a little bit dirt.
Yep. Now, you've got a couple of rat mannerisms to you. Yeah, it's you're unconscious. A little side effect of using this power.
Dogs patrolling behind the walls, outside the villa. Okay, there are two guards, one dog, right? Two guards, one dog.
Two guards with two dogs outside. Two guards with
yes.
one dog each.
Right.
And just
two
one
guards-
dude on the inside walking around, and there are two guys guarding the main bedroom.
Right. I describe all of that stuff. Now, the good thing is, if you turn into shadow, you can just go in from inside the cracks on the walls and enter the office room without without being seen by the guards. But you have to be careful at the walls. You know, you have to pick the right time to fly over the wall and enter the cracks, because you know, at that point you might be seen by the guards, or at least they might see the strange shadow and be suspicious. So maybe Het can create some distraction with her spells, but otherwise it should be easy peasy for you.
She looks over to Het. Well, what can you do in this situation?
Well, I mean,
Rain,
unless
smoke, rain.
I wait, is this inside?
You guys are outside.
Okay, but like, are the guards? Wait, so hold on, I'm getting confused here. The guards, are they all outside or are there some inside?
There are two guys patrolling the outside of the building, between the building and the wall.
Okay.
There is one guy
So-
patrolling or just walking around the house.
Okay.
And there is two people standing outside the main bedroom.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I can get the I can have Rain to whatchamacallit, to obscure the view of the guards outside, but that obviously won't affect much inside.
There's not
We
need
need
to-
some
Sorry,
kind
go
of a distraction to take them away from their post.
All right. While you guys are discussing this, Nicodemus, what are you doing?
Snooping around the host of the house. I understood he's retiring for the day, right?
Correct.
And he's getting himself closed behind doors and stuck in his bedroom.
Correct.
Is his office a separate room completely?
It is a separate room and it is completely locked up.
Hmm. Does it have guards?
There is one guard roving around inside the building.
Hmm. Um. Hmm. Nicodemus would attempt to try and pry into the man's office, try to look into his documents.
Okay, you will have to
Right.
pick the lock to get in.
First, Nicodemus would try and remember the guard's routine to figure out when the next time he'd pass around this area, and then try and pick the lock up. Let's buff our dexterity by 2 and try to pick the lock.
Okay, well, we're going to call a wits plus. Shoot. If only there was like a security roll here. Do a wits plus survival.
Wits plus survival.
Yeah, you're
picking
timing a
lock.
pattern. This is the time the guard. Time the guard.
Larceny would normally be the one for that kind.
Or legerdemain, because larceny doesn't exist in
Well,
modern,
legerdemain
in
has
Dark
nothing to do
Age.
with timing.
So what's the difficulty?
So 6.
Feel.
Okay,
Nope.
well,
Oh wow.
you think you're starting at a good time. Now, Dex plus legerdemain. Pick the lock.
Obviously, Nicodemus would be very careful about this. Like, look around, level 1 and level 2 obfuscate, and try to go with his stuff.
Now, it's going to break level 2, but level 1 will not. But go ahead and pick the lock.
Checking up stats and
I'm going to give the guard 25% chance to find you. So on a 1 to 25 roll, he sees you.
what the fuck did I roll? Sorry.
Nope, you're good. You pick the lock, you slip in through the door, close it behind you.
Most splendid. Let us ravage this pile of information using our.
It is completely dark inside the
Inconspicuous light.
office. Completely and utterly black.
Nicodemus would try to light his lamp in a way that it wouldn't be visible through the doors.
As I recall,
bottom?
that was specifically designed for this situation.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was a super easy roll to light, was it not?
Yeah, I think it was survival based, but
Like
I can't remember.
A wits or a
Maybe
dex
I
plus
have it in my
survival,
notes.
basically to click it and get it to light up. Let's just do dex.
Let
Do a
me-
dex. Dex survival.
Let me look, maybe I have.
I think
it.
it's like diff 4.
No notes. Okay. Dexterity plus survival.
Yeah.
Jeez.
There you go.
Find the desk, hide behind the desk, pile up some documents, and go through them while listening.
Do you have
if-
commerce?
Nope.
These make 0 sense to you whatsoever. They are big
actually,
piles
what's
of numbers.
commerce? Oh, there's commerce. Okay.
Just take the paper.
Is there something related to the cult of Dionysus? Maybe they're just numbers, but maybe they're all mentioned. that would
Unfortunately,
point to
given
this
that he is an Adile and his entire job revolves around planning festivals and spending tax money, he is responsible for keeping detailed records on many festivals for many purposes. Separating out what is personal and important to him from what is his position is going to be an incredibly complicated and time-consuming task.
Maybe some personal journals.
Not in this office. The papers are they're very stacked up, very thick. They're organized quite well, from what you can tell. Hopefully, you don't mix them up. But without commerce, it's just so hard. You can't really make any sense. It's just like, okay, I'm reading expenditures, but I can tell that, but I don't know what's incoming, what's outgoing, who's getting paid for what, who owes what, what's the IOUs, when is this planning, when is this going to be in the future or is it in the past? And you just kind of reading through it, you're like, oh, I can tell it's relating to his job, but beyond that, I don't know.
Right. Let's leave it then. This is a false lead. I mean, I expect this is a completely legit lead, but no skill set to deal with it.
All right, so you spend at least an hour in there. Paper, paper, paper. More papers, more papers. Looking for hidden compartments. Going through his desk. Just looking. Albina Palace, you are not idle during this time. What are you doing? Albina?
Oh shit! Sorry, the mic was not.
Yeah, it happens.
Okay. I think that she's going to be trying to. She's going to try to do the smoke stuff. Try to get in
Okay.
as a shadow.
That's no problem. You spend your blood point. I assume you only do one.
Yes. No need to rush it.
Body transforms into pure shadow, and at a slow walking pace, you flow across the cobblestones and the mud roads into the villa. Make your way across it, across a little strip of grass and garden to the home itself. Start moving around the home, dripping up to the ceiling, going from corner to corner. You see the little guard walking around with a club in his hand, just watching. And he's got a little lantern. Doesn't seem to notice you, hiding up in the corner of the ceiling, just creeping along. Eventually you get to the office, what you assume is the office, slip through the crack. And what do you see but Nicodemus with a little tiny beam of light going through papers one at a time. Paper, paper, and it moves it, paper, move it, paper, off, puts it off to the stack, paper, move it off to the stack. Just slowly going through the documents, trying to see what's going on.
She's going to try to slowly approach him. She's going to try to approach him, appearing to the edge of his light.
Okay. Nicodemus, a perception plus awareness roll. And I assume at this point you're using Auspex to help with your eyes.
Is it side based?
Yes, it is.
Okay. 1, 4. So it's down to 3?
Yep.
You know, you could get a heart stroke out of this if you were a living creature.
So the shadows just outside your light, just outside, are acting very strange. There's movement. They undulate. They coalesce and then they break up again. That you've seen this pattern.
Nicodemus freezes. He's a bit terrified. It's a bit ageist situation, but he risks it. Albina?
The shadows form Yes.
Thank Janus, I was about to heartstroke.
If you really mean.
How goes your search? I'm finding nothing.
She tells that she's not yet gone to the rest of the house. She came in to see if you managed to get in fine.
Oh, I'm going about fine, just he looks about. I don't suppose you know anything about finances here. Those numbers, I can read them clearly, but they're not making very much sense to me.
No.
It's a waste of time here then.
I'll look over the rest of the house.
The rest of the house seems to bear no real secrets. They family is sleeping well. The lictors are sleeping. The guardsmen are awake. They're paid very well to stay awake. How late do you guys stay? It's about
Definitely.
2 o'clock in the morning now.
Yeah, you might want to get out of there.
How big is the family?
Nicodemus is not pushing it. He's not
He
considering this
is.
as a super priority mission.
He's in his 30s. He's got his wife. I'd say probably 3 kids.
Can she try to come? Is there any remarkable trait about any of the family members? Anything that could be able to identify them in the crowd? Anything that might be able to allow them to pick them out?
Um, the most recognizable thing is as the Adile, he carries a symbols of office with the lictors. So that would be the absolute easiest thing to see, is the way people behave around them and the symbols of office.
Hmm. You mentioned. Sorry, go ahead.
You go ahead.
You mentioned there was a family shrine to Dionysus in his villa.
Yes, there is.
Nicodemus would like to investigate it and see if anything's off in the with it. Are there some strange traces about the ceremonies or whatnot?
No, it's a shrine. It's a very well done shrine. Marble statue. Little plate for offerings. Very beautiful. Does not seem to be anything supernatural or no hidden chambers or anything like that in it.
Is there a thing like in these times that each uh, household member has its own private chambers outside of the bedroom, like the matron has its own and the patron has its own and stuff like
No,
that?
not really. They
Mm.
might have a little space inside their room, but the master of the house is going to have a big office, and there's going to be a household accounts area.
What about basements? Is there a basement in here?
There is a basement, and it's like wine storage, food storage, stuff like that.
Good place to check for secret passages.
We're probably over. We're probably
Potentially.
we're probably focusing way too much on this guy.
Yeah, I think so too. But since
That's
we're
right.
here, Nicodemus is going to try and have a look at the basement.
You make your way down there. It is actually locked off to keep the servants out and the slaves, because he doesn't want his slaves pillaging his food and party supplies.
Can it be picked?
Sure,
and
absolutely.
then under the condition that it can be locked again afterwards.
Yep. So you're gonna make me 2 Dex Ledger Domain rolls at difficulty 5. One to unlock it, one to lock it.
Nothing to look at.
That's 2.
Okay.
That's 90.
Yep, you can
well,
go in
not
and out, no
90%.
problem. Are you gonna poison anything or drug anything while you're down there?
Poison? Drag? Are you crazy? I'm not Sybil.
Wait.
No,
I'm
not
not
just scouring this, seeing if there's anything amiss, a hidden entrance or something like this.
No.
Nicodemus doesn't have a reason to poison these people.
Just asking. That's nothing going on there. Looks perfectly normal.
Well, if that's the case, Nicodemus is just going to hang around for a short while, to see if Albina has come up with anything, and if it becomes obvious that she's not, he's going to vacate the premises, making sure to close the final distance outside as swiftly as possible once he becomes aware that there are guard dogs.
Okay. Yeah, Albina can exit very easily. You are going to have a slight bit more of trouble.
Actually, judging by how the villa was positioned, is it possible to exit through the roof and then just like jumped on a tree or something to avoid the guard dogs?
You could probably climb to the roof with a Dex plus Athletics roll.
But does it give Nicodemus anything? Is there something to traverse from the roof to the
potentially
to near the building?
jump and clear the wall on the back of the estate. It's going to be tough though. It's not impossible, but it's potentially you could.
Let's see how it goes. So Nicodemus would, by climbing you mean climbing on the outside, right?
Yeah, you pick a spot and you just climb up onto the roof.
Okay, let's try this. Actually, judging by how the sounds are looking like, which sounds easier, just making a run for the wall and climbing up, and then jumping off, or climbing up the roof and jumping off the roof? Because that's how I understand it.
If you clear the wall and land correctly, you will have performed a successful injury-free escape. There is a chance that you don't land well or that you don't quite clear the wall and you could hurt yourself badly. On the other hand, if you don't time your escape just right, the guard dogs will catch you and they will begin chewing on you.
Let's try the roof then.
Yeah. There's 4 corners. It's a big villa, right?
So, Dex Athletics, Diff 6, climb up. You've done this many times. You're very familiar with it. This is not a terrible challenge for you. Yeah, you hop up. You grab the roof beam. You do a pull up and up and out, muscle up and climb up on the roof. Obfuscate yourself from view. Trot along the roof. Get up on the back end of it. You can see. You sit there and you do the cliff jumper measure where you're like, okay, I got this much space for me to get a running start, and you're doing the calculations in your head. You think you can clear the back. Strength plus athletics plus potence if you have it.
Plus athletics.
Each success on
We're
a jump
going
will launch
to-
your character.
we're
50
going
centimeter,
buff-
12 inch.
It's Diff 6,
buff
you need 3 successes to clear the wall.
Right.
How much you said? Three
3.
successes to clear the wall?
You need 3 to
3.
clear the wall.
Yeah, that makes 60 inch.
Mm-hmm.
So 1 meter, 50 centimeter.
2.
That's actually not a great distance. That's actually a small distance to travel. I thought
Well,
it would
he's
be
up,
like.
he's up high. He's higher than the wall, maybe-ish. I don't know.
Yeah.
I figure 3
Because
is fair
I thought
enough.
Okay. Because I thought it will be like 3-4 meters
I don't know.
between
There's a
the wall
jumping
and
chart
the
in the book.
house.
I can't be bothered to look it up.
Okay, gonna buff strength by 2 and gonna jump and spend willpower.
Okay?
I will be right back.
You psych yourself up for this. Oh god. Just like Neo in the Matrix. I can do this.
Just enough.
Ah!
Now, what funny would be?
You
Funny
feel-
would be? He jumps.
You feel the sharpened stone and glass just barely catch at the flaps of your toga or your robes as you clear it. Give me a Dex Athletics to stick the landing and do a perfect roll.
Ooh, just gonna roll on the ground.
Oh, absolutely perfect. You barely clear it. You could feel it tug, just a little tug at the threads. The ground comes up and you do a perfect tuck roll. Do a couple of quickie rolls, flips, jump up to your feet, brush the grass and the dirt off. There we go. Perfect.
Nicodemus rises from the tumble. He rolled into a dark alley or whatnot. He brushes himself off. Well, that was a waste of time. At least I didn't mess up anything.
All right, we are going to pause it here for tonight.
Mhm.
All right, when we pick it up, we are going to pick it up in about 5 nights have passed.
Can I assume I hunted in those 5 nights?
Sorry. Yes. Pretty much. I pretty much assume we're all going to start with full -1 blood.
Mhm.
Okay.
And we'll
I'm back.
probably have made 0 progress on our investigation.
So,
Next
This
to
is likely.
well, this is going to
Uh,
give you guys some time to think about it. It's going to reflect in character time thinking about it. What are your next steps? Who do you talk to?
exactly.
And how many experience did we got?
You get 1 for tonight.
Okay. Nice. One more. Next session I get the aspects.
Question: how is our future plans for the sessions look like? If I understand correctly, there's a session on the 5th, and the next session is on 19th
Let me call it
of
the calendar.
October.
Come on, calendar.
I just
Yep.
want to make sure.
October 5, October 19.
Okay. No game on 12th. Okay.
Correct. And then I'm going to stop the recording here. Anybody watching on YouTube, good night. Well, everybody, I hope you enjoyed that. I'll tell you what, Sybil had a close escape, but Obfuscate for the win. Obfuscate level 4. Fade from Mind's Eye. Really helped us out there. They got a little sidetracked, as they believe it, looking for answers to these Adile's financial records, trying to find out what's going on. Hopefully, when we pick this up next session, they have some more ideas about where to look and what they're doing. Hope everybody has a great evening. Take care of yourselves.